From Knoxville, Tennessee. Get up for Laura Zabita.
How's everybody doing? I am so excited to be here tonight. You guys, I even put on makeup. Like, I am so out of practice. I go from 0 to Amy Winehouse in like 2 seconds. Well, my name is Laura Z, but you can call me Captain AFAB. That's what you get when you cross an English major and a comic, Moby Dick jokes. So AFAB stands for fabulous, of course. Also assigned female at birth. I'm non-binary, so I prefer uterine American. I like uterine American. That sounds like someone with rights. Actually, I identify as whatever pisses off the tidy whities this week. Well, what you see is what you get, folks. Welcome to the angry, blue-haired, cryptid feminist portion of the show. The good news for me is I've checked so many woke boxes that if you guys don't laugh, this still counts as a TED Talk. So I am non-binary. I use they, them pronouns. If you're struggling, I know some people have a hard time using they, them as a singular. Just think about it as me and the chip on my shoulder. Being non-binary is great. I can have a hot rack and a dad bod at the same time. You're rocking that. If you're struggling with non-binary, that's okay. I know you've got a lot of new genders flying at you right now. Just think about it like this. Inside of me are 2 genders, and both of them are queer. On a good day, I'm just 3 genders in a trench coat. I like fashion and emotional intimacy, but I get really nervous whenever my stepkid grabs my phone and opens up the browser. Yeah, you know that thing women do, that amazing thing where they take care of everybody? Yeah, I don't have that. I have 0 maternal instinct, a uterus with a 25% success rate, and I can grow a goatee. Yeah. I used to think a vacuum cleaner was the least romantic gift you could ever get. Then I got a beard trimmer for Christmas one year. I wish that was a joke. So I'm bisexual, but men are grounded.
Uh-oh.
They know what they did.
They do.
Okay.
Of course, I have 0 game. I try to flirt, and nice guys all turn into Ralph Wiggum from The Simpsons. So I wear a lot of bright colors, usually. I call my aesthetic poison dart frog. Because I'm cute and colorful, and if you lick me, you'll probably get high, but it might kill you. I'm what's known as a rainbow spite. I'm what you get when you beat the final goth boss and you get color back. Basically, it's a goth on antidepressants.
I love it.
So my dating style is to wave more red flags than a matador and see what kind of bullshit I can get into. Now, first of all, I am honest to a fault. All right, it does not seem fair or nearly as fun for me to be on my best behavior and then surprise somebody with this level of crazy. No. I lean into it. Let folks know what they're getting. A mostly feral goblin of mirth and mayhem. You don't get Manic Pixie Dream Squirrel if you can't handle the incredible sulk. He wouldn't like me when I'm sullen. So I am bisexual, but men have gotten a little more time on the playing field, if you know what I'm saying. It has been a disaster. Don't get me wrong, I love men. I don't think it's ethical for me to keep one as a pet. I am not a responsible pet owner. I'm going to want to tie him up in the backyard with a bag of chow. I'm going to want him crate trained, and that's not fair. I wouldn't want PETA getting involved. That's People for the Ethical Treatment of Assholes. Because I have a type. What, you're a nice boy from a good family? Come back with warrants. Bonus points for a personality disorder and a crippling addiction. Am I right, lady? Not to brag, but I am a bit of a psycho magnet. I don't know whether I was dating or working my way through the DSM-5. I'll give you a little example. I went to see an old boyfriend a few years ago that I hadn't seen in about 20 years. And I was sort of teasing him, and I called him a psychopath. I really do have a type. And he corrected me. He's a sociopath. Oh, good, now I have the complete set. dating history is like Ho White and the 7 emotional dwarves. You got gropey, slappy, drunky, junky, creepy, rapey, and jock. Maybe jock wasn't so bad. Oh wait, that was most of them. But I have retired from douchebag whispering. Got a sweet narcissist decoder ring.
Oh, yeah?
It comes in handy. I'll give you a little taste. It's projection. It's all projection.
Yes.
Once you figure that out, I think things go a little better. So yeah, the best thing I ever did was give up on bad boys and find a good girl. Yeah, I've gone strictly vegetarian.
Okay.
It has been really great, you guys. Being a lesbian in my 40s feels like finding a cheat code to life. What the fuck is emotional support? There's no verbal abuse to spice things up. You know, no involuntary edge play. You know, it's really nice. It took a little bit of getting used to, though. I found a really good girl too, a librarian. Yeah, you guys should be jealous because I am engaged to Miss Frizzle.
Yeah.
She warned me early. She is still a redhead though. She warned me early on that she has a little bit of a problem with road rage. Yeah. So the first time she cuts me off in traffic, I'm bracing myself. Oh boy, here it comes. And she goes, "What are you doing, friend?" Pump the brakes there, psycho. I don't know if I can handle that kind of aggression. Yeah. So, yeah, it took a lot for me to put men on the no-fly list. Mostly because I'm a huge fan of Dick.
Yes.
So now I keep one in a Crown Royal bag. He's big and purple, and his name is Inigo Montoya. I have to do him left-handed. It's the only way I can be satisfied. I use my right. It's over too quickly. Want to know what I call a threesome with 2 women? Dinner and a show. You know what I call a threesome with 2 men? Work. Yeah, I already said that's real. Thank you. Oh God. So yeah, I had before I gave up on men, I had a couple of really super bad dates. Anybody do the internet dating thing? Oh my God. So first of all, I have a question for the straight guys in the audience. When did all of you turn into doms? Like, what happened? I'm a little bit old. Back in my day, we just called that being a chauvinist. I met this one guy. He's like, "I'm a dom. Now park behind the garage so my parents don't see you." I was like 40. So I wish the date ended there. I really should. But he takes me into the worst trailer I've ever seen in my whole life. First of all, it's the dead of winter, and I can see the ground where the floor is supposed to be. You literally have to hop between the floorboards. And I'm like, oh my God. And he sees my face, and he says, "You look disappointed. Is it because of this trailer, or is it because I'm short and fat?" And I said, "Keep going." Who's your dom now? I'm really more of a combinatrix. Like, I don't look that good in leather, and I don't want to hurt anybody, but I can do insult comedy. Maybe you want a socialist in the streets and a fascist in the sheets. I don't judge, but unless your king is fascist in government, the safe word is vote. So yeah, I'm actually pretty new to comedy, but after the fall of Roe v. Wade ended my job in the abortion clinic, I thought, why not give comedy a shot? I love abortion jokes. They combine 2 of my favorite things, bodily autonomy and shit I shouldn't joke about. That joke used to be funnier. It is now against the law to go unfuck yourself in the state of Tennessee. Never thought I'd be so glad to be gay and starting menopause, but here we are. It's my time to shine. I feel like working in an abortion clinic really prepared me for stand-up. Timing is everything, right? Plus I got a real taste for killing now. Why not kill it on stage? I still have to worry about bombing, but not as much. And I already know how to deal with hecklers. I bet none of you guys are gonna call me God's menstrual rag and tell me I'm going to hell, are you? I got called out by the pro-lifers one day. Really nice people. If you want to meet them, go to a school board meeting. They're the ones trying to ban all the sex ed books. Gotta hand it to them though. God's menstrual rag would be a great name for my feminist punk band. It's so edgy and so woke. It means God is on her period. It explains a lot, doesn't it? Yeah, usually it's a bunch of dudes outside the clinic, but sometimes it's fun for the whole family to yell at women outside the doctor's office, and there's little boys strutting around in cowboy hats and sad, mute little girls in ugly dresses. I'm telling you, the fashion choices alone are a good reason not to give these people a baby. Plus, you know, they're gonna name that baby Mordecai. No one has to name a baby Mordecai, but they've used up all the good Bible names on their 12 other children. Nahum, go get your brother, Habakkuk. Somebody asked them one day how they felt about slavery. They said they approved of biblical slavery. Whatever that means! I wonder how many goats he wants for his daughter. I know I'm awful, I just don't get it. Like, who looks around and says, well, we see all the problems and goes, you know what we need? More people! Ladies, you know what to do. Yeah, Tennessee's out here like, what do we want? Teenage pregnancy! Where do we want it? About 9 months from now! So yeah, these tidy-whities scare the hell out of me. They got what they wanted with the fall of Roe v. Wade. First they came for the uterine Americans. Now they want to force everyone else to follow their hateful religion because, frankly, the sales pitch really sucks. Let's just say an eternity with these fellas is not the sales point they think it is. You too can be bitter and emotionally constipated. Yeah. Sign up for the least fun sexual hangups ever. No feet for you, buddy. You get a fetus fetish. Spend your time worrying about other people's sex lives and their genitals, which is totally not gay if you do it with enough self-loathing. I just don't get it. Jesus, that guy would hang out with us. You know, that guy would even hang out with libertarians. And you know how libertarians are. Corporations are people. Well, what about women and the poor? Let's debate about it. All right. So I recently moved to the Knoxville area. Before that, I lived in Western North Carolina for a long time. As you can probably tell, I am not from Western North Carolina. My family moved there from South Florida when I was about 15. And you can imagine, it was really hard moving to a foreign country where I didn't speak the language. You guys are laughing, but it took me 3 years to learn how to speak redneck. One time I was at a neighbor's house and his girlfriend was real country, and I had a Sprite in a can, and she says, "Do you want a glass to put it in?" "Yes, please." "Do you want some ass?" "What?" "Do you want some ass?" "What?" She says, "I said ass, not ace." So, all right, so you sit on your ace, and you eat chocolate ice cream. Got it. One time I walked into the Shell station in Sylva, North Carolina, and I passed a couple of good old boys on my way into the drink cooler, and I hear one of them go, "If I'd have known there was going to be a pretty girl in here, I'd have put my teeth in." I'm not kidding. You guys have been a fantastic audience. There's some art back there at Starving Artist Prices. So check it out. Thank you guys so much. This has been so much fun. And give it up.